Hey friends, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to math. We're going to be doing pretty close to the same thing we did yesterday, but we're going to be looking more at two-step or multi-step word problems. So let's get started. All right, week 3, day 2. All right, so I just wanted to do a quick review of just measurement conversions using our chart over here. So the first one, we have 12 gallons equals how many pints? Remember, step 1 is to figure out, are we going big to small or small to big? In this case, we're going big to small, multiply them all. So we're going to do 12 times what? Well, this is the land of gallons, so I could come over here and I could figure out how many pints are in a gallon, but you'll notice that pints and gallons aren't on the same line. So in order to do that, I would first have to figure out if there are 2 pints in 1 quart and there are 4 quarts in a gallon, then how many pints would be in a gallon? Well, 2 pints in 1 quart, but there's 4, so I would need to take these two numbers and multiply them together, which would give me 8. So there are 8 pints in 1 gallon. If you don't like doing it that way, then you could sing your song. In the land of Gallon, there lived 4 queens. Each and every queen had just 2 things, a prince and a princess to call their own, and each prince and princess had 2 children of their own. Each of the children were 8 years old, and that's the land of Gallon, or so I've been told. Now you'll notice I didn't draw my picture past the P's because I'm only going from gallons to pints, so I don't need to worry about cups or fluid ounces. So now I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 pints in a gallon. So whichever way you do it, we're going to do 12 times 8. And hopefully you know what 12 times 8 is, but if not, you can set up your problem. 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Gets us, 96. All right, I'll erase it. Just for you guys. 96 pints. All right, let's look at the next one. Let's change our color too. 1,968 ounces equals how many pounds? Ooh, that's a big number. Ounces to pounds, we're going small to big. Divide that pig. We're going to take 1,968 and we're going to divide. What are we going to divide by? We're looking for ounces and pounds, and that's right here. So we are going to divide by 16. So we need to go set up our problem and get to it. 16 can go into 1 0 times. 16 can go into 19 1 time. 1 times 16 is 16. Subtract 16, 17, 18, 19. 3 is 3 less than 16. Yes. So we say bring it on down and bring it on back. Divide. 16 can go into 36 2 times. I know that 16 times 2 is 32. Subtract 6, 5, 4. We have 4 left over. 4 is less than 16, so we can say bring it on down and bring it on back. Divide. How many times can 16 go into 48? Well, let's see if we can go up one more. Times 3. 3 times 6 is 18, and look at that. It's perfect. We love it when it fits in perfect like this because we get to draw our smiley face 0. So there are 48 pounds inside of 1,968 ounces. Alrighty, I need some space. Let's get rid of this. Bye-bye. All right, the next one. Let's get a pen color. How about purple? 48 fluid ounces equals how many quarts? So we're going from fluid ounces to quarts. That's small to big. Divide that pig. So we're going to take 48 and we are going to divide. Well, what are we going to divide by? We're going from fluid ounces to quarts. Whoosh. All right, so let's get rid of some of this extra stuff on here. There are 2 ways to do this. The first way would be if I know that there are 8 fluid ounces in 1 cup, then if I have 2 cups, that would be 8 times 2, which is 16 fluid ounces. So now I know that there are 16 fluid ounces in a pint. If there are 2 pints, I would need to do 16 times 2 again. 16 times 2 is 32 fluid ounces. So I know that there are 32 fluid ounces inside of 1 quart. So I could divide by 32. If you didn't want to do that, then we could go into our land of gallon and we could start putting our C's and our 8's into each of these. Okay, not very pretty, but it works. So we can see that inside of a gallon, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 16 eighths inside of a gallon, but wait, we're not trying to go to a gallon. We're just trying to go to a quart. So inside of a quart, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 eighths. We know that 4 times 8 equals 32. So whichever way you do it, we do need to divide by 32. So we're going to take 48 and divide by 32. 32 can go into 48 just one time. Subtract 876 with 16 left over. That's 16 out of the 32. So you could really write this 2 ways. You could write this as 1 quart and 16 fluid ounces. Or we know that 16 over 32, that's equal to 1/2. So you could have also just said it's 1.5 quarts. Either way you want to write it will work. All right, the last one of these warm-up problems. 144 inches equals how many yards? We're going small to big. Divide that pig. We're going to take 144 and divide it. We're talking about inches and yards. Here's inches and here's yards. They're not on the same line, so we're going to need to do some math. If I know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot and there are 3 feet in a yard, I'm going to need to take these 2 numbers and multiply them together. I'm going to need to do 12 times 3, which gets me, 36. So I know that there are 36 inches in a yard. Hopefully you guys have started to memorize that. So we're going to need to divide 144 by 36. Well, 36 can't go into 1 and it can't go into 14, so I've got to figure out how many times it can go into 144. Alrighty then, 36, and let's do some multiplying. How about we start with 4? 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is, whoa, look at that, I picked just right. Do you want to know how I picked 4? Because I was trying to make the ones place have a 4 in it, and I knew that 4 times 6 equaled 24, and so that's how I picked my 4. So we did it. The answer was 4, and it gets us in there perfectly. So there are 4 yards and 144 inches. All right, so that was review. Let's move on. Now, this is something you're going to see today that we haven't done before, and it's comparing 2 values using greater than, less than, or equal to. Now, we can't just look here and go 4 is less than 400, so I'm going to go ahead and put a less than sign. Because look at our units. This is meters, and this is centimeters. We can't compare meters with centimeters, so we're going to have to change one of these so that the units are the same. When we do this, I will always go big to small. So I'm going to look for my bigger unit and change it into my smaller unit. In this case, I'm going to take my 4 meters and turn it into centimeters. So I'm going to come over here and say 4 meters equals how many centimeters? I need my King Henry. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. All right, so meters to centimeters. That's, like I said, big to small, multiply them all. What am I going to multiply? Meters is my base, going down here to centi, that's 1, 2. 2 hops means I'm going to multiply it by 100. 4 times 100 is 400. So get rid of that because that's not correct. Take out 4 meters, change it to 400 centimeters. Now I have centimeters and centimeters so I can compare, and I can see that these two are actually equal. Do you see why it's important that we change it to the same unit? Let's look at the next one. 3 pounds, and we're going to compare that to 78 ounces. I like going big to small, so I'm going to change my 3 pounds. I'm going to turn my 3 pounds into ounces. I know I'm going big to small, so I'm going to multiply. What will I multiply? Well, 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So I'm going to do 3 times 16. 16 times 3, 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So take out the 3 pounds and turn it into 48 ounces. Now, because they have the same unit of measurement, I can compare them. 48 is less than 78. Let's do one more. 50 cups. It compared it to 3 gallons. All right, I want to go big to small, so I'm going to turn my 3 gallons into cups. How many cups would that be? All right, well, let me draw my land of gallon real quick. All right, so I've got my land of gallon drawn, and I just drew it down to the cups, which you can kind of see. So I'm going to count how many cups are in a gallon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1 gallon equals 16 cups. So I'm going to take my 3 gallons and multiply it by 16. Hey, guess what? I've already done that right over here. So I know it's 48 cups. So cross that out and turn it into 48 cups. Now, because I have cups and cups, I can compare. 50 cups is greater than 48 cups. So you'll be doing this today. So make sure before you compare that you convert them so that we are talking about the same units of measurement. All right, the last thing you're going to see on your assignment for today are some word problems. So we're going to go through these for the next few minutes. The owner of Sunrise Dinner is getting ready for the Sunrise Diner is getting ready for the diner's grand opening. Her last task is to fill 20 empty ketchup bottles. If each bottle holds 350 milliliters of ketchup, how many liters will she need to fill the bottles? All right, so I can see that the answer needs to be in liters. I have 20 empty ketchup bottles, and each of them hold 350 milliliters. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do is figure out how many milliliters I have. So 20 ketchup bottles with 350 milliliters in each is a multiplication problem. 350 times 20. So let me multiply by my 0. That was easy. And then we say 0 and cross out. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Add them up, and we get 7,000 milliliters in all of our 20 ketchup bottles. But our answer needs to be in liters. So the last thing I do, this is a 2-step problem, I have to turn my milliliters into liters. And I'm going to do that by going small to big, divide that pig. 7,000 divided by what? Let's get our statements. All right, we're going milliliters to our base unit of liters. That's 1, 2, 3. So we're going to divide by 1,000. 7,000 divided by 1,000. Powers of 10. Hop it 3 times to the left. 1, 2, 3. It gives me an answer of 7. So how many liters will she need to fill the bottles? She will need 7 liters. Let's see if we can do one more before our time runs out. Mr. Morin is packing orders for his candle business. One customer ordered 4 vanilla-scented candles. If each candle weighs 12 ounces, how many pounds does this order weigh? So we're given our measurement in ounces. We need to figure out how many pounds. But they didn't just order 1 candle. They ordered 4 vanilla-scented candles. Each candle weighs 12 ounces. So the first thing I'm going to do is 12 ounces times 4. We know that 4 times 12 is 48, but this is ounces. We need to turn it into pounds. Let's get our conversion chart. All right, we're going small to big. Divide that pig. We're going to take 48, divide it by 16. For the sake of time, I did the problem here, which got me to 3 pounds. So there you go. Good luck!